Okay, so we're at Aunt Myra's in Shetty Camp. And basically, we have been doing so much the past couple days that we totally forgot to blog about it. So we're just going to do a video and encapsulate everything. So from Charlottetown, we had a huge day in Charlottetown. Did you guys enjoy that?
Yeah, it was fun.
That was
Yeah,
lots of
very
fun. So what did we do?
We went to a pottery place and to an ice cream and cheese and
First of all, we went to the bottle house.
The bottle houses.
Houses.
That was one of my favorites.
That was before we got to Charlottetown, right?
Yeah. So that was in Cap Egmont. So what did you guys like about the bottle houses?
they were just so cool. When the sun was on them, the sun went through the bubbles, so it was really cool because there were a bunch of different colors.
It rained most of the time though.
Yeah.
But it was still pretty cool.
Hey Ben,
Thousands of bottles.
what is the bottle houses?
Well,
Or what are the bottle houses?
it's a combination of like beer bottles and wine bottles with cement sticking the bottles like into the cement.
Okay.
And a whole house made of bottles.
There were 4 houses, right?
No,
Yeah.
there were 3.
3 houses and then the tavern
And some sculptures.
and sculptures and then beautiful gardens. So that was one of my favorites.
There's a little pond.
And then with the pond, yep, that's right, with the koi in it and stuff.
Yeah.
So then from there,
Fish.
oh, goldfish, I'm sorry.
Right.
So from there, we went to the Village Pottery place, the pottery studio, and then what happened there?
Well, we got to see lots of people. Well, we only got to see somebody make pottery, and it was she made milk jars and sugar jars and caps for the sugar jars.
Using what though?
Using clay.
Yeah, but what was she using her feet to work it with?
The pump.
Like a wheel, right? Yeah.
So when she forms the clay, what happens after that?
It has to dry out. First time, I think she said 7 days, and then they have to put some glaze on it, and then put it in
A kiln?
kiln.
So you got to see the whole entire studio, right?
Yeah, we got to see all the different types of glaze, and we got to see the kilns, and we got to see some of the finished products and how she made them. It's really complicated.
Cool. And then from there, we tried to find the toy studio, but unfortunately we couldn't find that. We took a bit of a wrong turn in the pastures of PEI, but we ended up at the Cows Creamery. How was that?
Lots of fun.
That's fun.
Tasty.
We got to see how they make their ice cream and how they make their t-shirts and how to make butter and cream, or not cream, butter and cheese.
So the cheese.
The cheese process was just the way.
So how do you make cheese?
You mix up a bunch of milk until it's in like kernels, and then you put
Curds. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then you put in some salt, and you heat up the milk, and you keep mixing it, and then you drain all of the milk that hasn't been hardened, and then you put it into a press.
I think that's called whey.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I learned something.
You put it into a press covered in cheesecloth, and what was the cheesecloth covered?
Lard.
Oh, lard, yeah. And they do that all by hand.
Mhm.
Big wheels.
And they put it in a room that is that's like a rainforest, so it feels like it's raining. And then they leave it for like a year and a bit.
And it's super moldy.
Yeah, and it was super moldy.
And the old ones are on one side and the new ones are on the other side.
But how did it taste?
It was really
Yeah, that's good.
Oddly enough. And how about the ice cream?
Well, it was called Wowie Cowie, and that was actually really good.
What did it have in it?
It had nuts, caramel sauce. Was it Oreo?
Cookie crumbles?
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff. And there was like really creamy ice cream. And at the bottom of somebody's cup, it said "you win," and that one was me and I got to spin a wheel, and I got it was a drink called
Raspberry cordial
yeah.
that they make on the island, right?
Yeah.
It was good.
Yes,
Yummy.
except Ben shook it.
Ben shook it and exploded it
So
everywhere.
drink it right away.
That's all right. That's okay.
The Cow's ice cream, it's got only 20% air, which compared to another company, they put in 80% air. So if you were to let them both of the tubs melt, the cows would have at least 80% of ice cream left, and the other company would only have 20%.
Wow, that's crazy. So from there, we went on a walking tour of Charlottetown and just kind of checked out the town and the historic parts. That was pretty nice, eh? Yeah, that was
saw a big fish.
a big
Yeah,
fish.
Big fish made of
It was made out of
spoons.
spoons.
For scales, it was a tuna, right?
Yeah, it was life size. It was like that big.
Yeah, we took a picture. That was by the art gallery,
Very
I
nice.
think, or the guild.
The guild, the art guild.
Right.
And then we went to the Moon Snail Soapworks and did a bit of a studio tour there. So what's
Mhm.
that all about? What's that place about?
Well, they make soap. They make soap, and you have to like mix different oils and
And
different stuff.
and lye.
Yeah.
And then
You have like really big pots, and yeah, you've got to heat it up in pots, right? Not
mhm.
100%.
Yeah.
And then you have to cut it, and she had these wooden machines with guitar strings on them. And you had to push it down, and she said that there was only one girl who ever did the cutting of the soap, and she said that she dislocated her rib.
Oh dear. Because it's pretty tough. So from there, that was the majority of our day because it was probably around 5:30. We decided to go to the Big Orange Lunchbox for dinner.
Oh, but before that, we went down to the waterfront. That was nice.
Oh,
A little bit too.
Yeah.
You saw a really big cruise ship.
the Veen Dam
Mhm.
from Holland, America. Yes, that's right. So then we walked up to the Big Orange Lunchbox, and what was that? What was that like?
That was pretty cool.
What'd you have for dinner?
We had, Ben and I had the lobster grilled cheese. I didn't like it. It
Which
had
was-
too much mayo and too much cheese.
Yeah.
And not enough lobster.
Yeah, it was a nice atmosphere. I liked the place. It was it was kind of like a cafe,
It
right?
had like a diagonal like orange lightsaber.
A big orange lightsaber. Of course, that's what
Yeah.
you would remember.
Yeah.
Yes. And then Tim got to try some island brew.
Oh, yeah.
Was that good? You liked that? I
Yeah,
don't.
It was really good, yeah.
I wouldn't remember the name.
Yeah.
And then we drove all the way to Wood Islands and stayed at Rachel's Motel, which was a cute little housekeeping cottages. And then that was our day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an action pack.
It was an action-packed day. So the next day,
Mhm.
yeah.
We all
So we'll talk about the next day in the next video because that's a whole nother province. Bye.
Bye.